Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Director's Commentary on Wolfpack Hustle. I'll keep this short. It's really good to see you. I'm so glad you are watching these and I hope you're enjoying them. That being said, let's dive right into it. Thanks.
I think the more you win,
All right, so
the more
here we
your
are again.
confidence grows as a player. And
So we're kind of coming off a
you can take the same group of guys.
bit of a winning streak,
They don't play with confidence.
and that's always nice. That's always nice to film.
Same group of guys, and they believe in themselves. They believe in the system. They believe in the coaching staff. They believe in.
It's always a good experience when what you're filming is something that feels good, that feels positive.
We talk about finishing what you start. We talk about all.
But as with
positive
life, there's tons of ups and downs,
your mind can play tricks on you.
and you have to adapt
If you believe
to what
that
comes your
you
way.
win, then you have the opportunity to win. If you don't think that you can win, it more than likely you won't win.
So, way that I've talked before about cutting up your interview so that your audio, what your subject is saying, is paced to your liking. That was evident in this first segment. To me, I'm just watching and I can tell kind of, I don't know if it's from memory or if I don't remember, but I can just tell. I can just tell that I'm trying to space things out to give a little bit more dramatic effect, have each word or sentence have a little more meaning because you're kind of leaning in to hear more. There's a pause, there's negative space. And I believe for this episode, we've got 2 games, and depending on how those games go, I'm probably trying to possibly stretch for time. So maybe that's the way, that's the reason why I cut up the interview. Coach Keats' opening interview, the way I did, is for the pacing. So only a few more episodes left of this season.
It's a winner's world. If you win, everybody.
So we're going to see how things end.
What's wrong with you if you're losing? Winning is the best thing that can happen to you.
Winning is
The thing that I've said to these
the best thing that can happen to you, especially when you're filming. Like, it's just, if you're covering this, it's, I'm beating a dead horse at this point, but winning is a lot more fun than losing, both to experience and to witness and to document.
I think our guys are maturing. At the beginning of the year.
So what do you do
And the game was.
when things don't go your way? You just got to do what you can. You got to do the best possible
Now I think they'll
job.
learn how to win all types of games. In the past, if I won, it was a quick deal. You win, it's quick. You move on to the next game. When you lose, I think it's always.
I like the idea of
You lost and you beat yourself up for a couple.
treating every win as if
Different for me. I've learned how to enjoy a win.
they're
How to embrace a win.
rare.
And I think it's important because the winning in college.
That's not to say that people should not be, that the belief should not be to be surprised when you win, because
Comes February is
there's like
is excited about that.
having a mentality of expecting to win, and so you prepare to do that. That leads to that confidence, and that can lead to actually fulfilling that victory, getting that win. But I love the idea that after a win, it's celebrated as if they're rare. I think that brings a lot of joy to the game. It just, like, you relish the fact that it is a good feeling. You embrace that good feeling wholeheartedly. And I think that's really cool to try and just celebrate all the little things. So we're talking about Sam Hunt, graduate transfer.
Where I sat out a year, then I ended up playing 2 years there. We were up and down. I had pretty good.
And he, like we saw in that text slate, he grew up in
And once I graduated, I ended up
Greensboro,
fifth year.
North Carolina, hour and a half
I came here to
down the road from Raleigh.
From there,
wanting to always play in the ACC. And it's kind of cool when you get a story of a graduate transfer who has a dream or a goal of playing in a specific league or for a specific school, and the majority of their college career doesn't consist of that, and then they do get a chance to go do that. That's always kind of cool, I think, to witness. It's kind of funny. The main highway leading to Greensboro is actually called Sam Hunt Highway or Sam Hunt Freeway, not named after the Sam Hunt, different Sam Hunt. But it's a funny coincidence.
I stuck with it. We got some pretty talented guys, but like my biggest thing is making sure I can talk to the guys, make sure that they know what they're doing, what's right from wrong, like helping them out through the whole process, because I mean you have bad days.
At this point during this season, this year, I've done my 30 episodes of a football season, and now this is my 11th episode of a basketball show. 100% transparency. I'm getting burnt out, y'all.
It's really unbelievable.
And looking at some of my work, I'm curious to see how the rest of these episodes end up looking for this particular season. I'm starting to tell that I'm a little sluggish. I'm trying to basically do what I can. I'm trying to do the best I can on autopilot. I never want it to look like I'm phoning it in. That is never my goal. But I do reach a point where I'm just tired. I'm tired, y'all. Regardless of if it's a winning or a losing season, it's just the amount of days, the amount of hours, the amount of work that is going into making this stuff. Despite some of the help that I do have from a show running perspective, this is my 25th episode. 25th episode of this season. So I'm working with it. I'm trying to do what I can. Trying to keep myself in the game, trying to stay positive. Trying to maintain as much as a work-life balance as I can, as difficult as that is. I probably misspoke when I was talking about my number of football and basketball episodes, but been working nonstop at this point. We are, what are we, middle February when this episode came out? Yeah, middle of February. Been working hard since middle of July the previous year, 7 days a week, more often than not. So again, with a road game, the camera angles aren't ideal because there's usually, hopefully there's two cameras, me and another individual. There's 1, 2, that's another angle, but got to use the high angle when you just don't have the coverage, and high angle is not an ideal look because you've seen it before. And also the quality of it isn't as good as the cameras that we have. Castle Coliseum is one of the steepest basketball arenas I've ever been in. It's very vertical. I mean, much like their football stadium, Lane Stadium's like that too. It's very vertical, very steep. It's kind of cool when it's full. It's very intimidating. It's cool. They do a good job. So we're down by a significant number at this point. Seeing energy from the coaches is nice in these instances when when our team is just not doing well, but you see the passion in the coach's face and the coach's eyes talking about, hey, we got to get this together. It shows that they care. Not that we should ever doubt that they do care, but it's evident.
To us. Don't walk out this locker room unless you plan on fighting. Because I'm going to fight. I'm planning on fighting his ass.
Beverly, deep three, got it. Markel Johnson. Right back from your
Ooh. Oh, that was nice. Good job, Markel.
Sam Hunt will shoot and hit.
There's our feature.
Here's Robinson. Beverly tries to answer and does. Blackshear, left-hand move with 7 blocked.
So I'm trying to keep it back and forth at this point. Ooh, there's a lot of scrambling going on. Jeez. Oh my gosh. What is happening right now? That was crazy. I don't remember that at all. Oh, that was nice. I can't thank y'all enough for checking out this episode of Director's Commentary. If you are enjoying what you are watching and you want to help support some of the stuff that I'm making, I would deeply, deeply be humbled if you considered becoming a patron. You can check out the Patreon link in the description below. Becoming a patron comes with all kinds of cool perks, and it helps me make more stuff, both in quality and in quantity, and it really would just mean the world to me. Okay, please resume watching. The dude at 32 points? That's crazy.
Deep. Markel Johnson, the layup. The Wolfpack, their win streak will be stopped at 3.
Yeah, not quite the result you want. Obviously, you've won 3 games. You're feeling confident. You want to keep it going. And you know, stuff happens.
Hey, you ought to try that, Sam. You ought to try wearing white shoes.
I wear them on the game day.
There you go. Because when you be wearing them in practice, I'll be like, damn, Sam's slow as hell. Look at Al. Look at Al. Al gonna look fast today. You can't wear white shoes like that with dingy socks on like Al got on though. His socks dingy. Look at him. See, Al, if you were athletic like me, you would go up there for a rebound when they got undercut. You grab the rim and hold on to it.
Yeah, I ain't get that high.
Yeah,
I got barely.
Yeah, I mean, you've never gotten that high. I know that. That's okay. You are athletic.
I'm athletic in different ways.
You are. That's true. Yeah, no question. Yeah. You and Sam?
Quickness.
The banter
Sam, get out.
sometimes between
See how athletic you are.
the coaches and the players, I'm not even paying attention to what I'm filming. I'm just witnessing. I'm just witnessing it through my camera. I want to play out. I want to see what happens. I'm having a good chuckle on the sideline there.
There you go. Good cut. Good cut.
I want to see a scientific study done on the speed of individuals based on the color of the shoes they're wearing.
That's won a championship when you look back at them.
Clearly, Coach Cates thinks those who wear white shoes make you look like you're going faster.
Our fans are unbelievable. The students do a tremendous job.
So we got we're hosting. Yeah, NC State is hosting Carolina, and
Basketball, you have to have a great
whenever we're hosting a
try to have
top-ranked opponent or a rival,
home and neutral games than away games.
we always ask the coach or coaches about our fans. Ask about a home court or home field advantage.
95% of your home games, and you got a chance to be.
Sometimes it gets redundant, like if it's repeated from contest to contest or year to year. But any opportunity you can to showcase your own game atmosphere, it's beneficial both to those who are watching because they're fans, they're viewers, they possibly want to see themselves or see the arena they've come to know and love. But also it's important from like a marketing and recruiting standpoint, like you want to show off how energetic things can be. You want to show off how supportive fans are. Filming sports is not just about the sport itself. It's everything around the sport. It's the fans. It's spirit squads like a dance team or cheerleading or the band. Everything that comes with the atmosphere of a game. Doesn't matter what the game is. That is important to try and promote a program, to show everything around it. And honestly, some of the best footage I've ever filmed comes from shooting fans or band or dance team or cheer or mascots. Look at that. So trying to build a mood here a little bit with having Coach Keats talking about the home court advantage, having a little pregame speech, showing some colorful slow-mo footage as the music fades in, and then we're off to the action, like we've done a number of times. Where did that scream come from? That was big. I love the red blazer. I'll always love the red blazer. It's fresh. Oh, that was cool. Shovels a pass in the lane, knocked away, stole a ball on Art Freeman. Here comes State. Outlet pass to Beverly. Beverly behind the back dribble, flips it to Abu, goes to the hole, scores. Ooh. Johnson, 1-on-2. Good one. 2-on-2. Johnson to the hole, layup good. Here's Yurt 7 screening. Johnson drives to the right hand, shovels to Beverly, open long three on the way. Good from the right side. Yurt 7 starting to screen. Freeman rejects it, goes to the basket. Right hand layup good by Al Freeman. White shoes. Everybody's moving fast. 28-25, one possession game now. Carolina with the lead as State is coming back on a 7-0 run. Here's Williams, left baseline to May, drives around Yurt 7, hooks it up with a nice block. Yeah, you get the block, then you get the reaction. That's a complete moment right there. Al Freeman, he's picked up on a switch now by Pinson. He rises, fires for three over Pinson. Good from the right side. Johnson to Dorn. Dorn driving all the way to the basket. Hangs, fires, banks it in on the run. Dumps it down low for May. Torrin's brother, Miles, played football for North Carolina. And his father also played for football for North Carolina. So it's kind of cool. Here's Barry off a high screen by May. Barry driving to the top of the key, rises, fires a straight on three, off the iron, no good. Rebounded by May, backing up and good. You playing? Hey, everything's pretty, man. That was a good squad. It was a good Carolina squad. Barry to the line, to the lane, to the hole, scores. And I think they're going to call Braxton Beverly on a blocking. Now he'll drive top of the key, sends it in the corner for Johnson's three ball, no good, right wing. Rebound, Markel Johnson. Johnson with 2-1. Johnson rises, fires at the horn, hits the side of the board, no good. Close game.
I love the tempo because I know that they can't play this way the whole game. So you keep playing hard because the last 8 minutes of the game they'll be dead. So I love the tempo that you're going at. I'm sure we talked about this. Here's the two things. Okay, we gave them second chance points. We know that. Okay, we didn't rebound. Okay, we gave 10 offensive rebound. Right now we getting our rebounded 24-16, and basically Luke Mays got 4 of it because of the fact that he just a wedge rebound. On their side, they got 5 assists on 15 made field goals. So you're turning them into one-on-one plays. So sit down and guard the basketball. This time of year in college basketball, everybody's got a little bumps and bruises. Everybody's a little fatigued. Okay? But I want you to think about our conditioning versus everybody else. Okay? We're in better shape. We're built for this. We can play another game. Things you can find, kind of threads you can find between what you see and what you hear. Weaving these together can make really coherent little story beats or little moments. Like we've got like the whole idea of the show, Wolfpack Hustle, meaning like, you know, go fast, hurry up. That's based on something that Coach Keats tried to instill for this program is the speed of things. You've got the joke science about white shoes moving faster. You've got Coach Keats in the locker room talking about conditioning and how fast we can play and to out hustle the other team. And then the way you show that, try and think about all the things that have been said and try to communicate that visually. The quicker cuts in a highlight. Maybe sometimes a lack of slow motion, or to even highlight that contrast, have a clip in slow motion. So here we've got some stuff going in fast-paced. The music in the background's kind of building, crescendoing it in a little ladder. It's got some heavy percussion to it. Despite the outcome of this game, it's still moving fast.
Not quite, you know. Fall a little short. So that's 2 losses in 1 episode, which we haven't done in
that you're not
a couple weeks.
because
So how do we handle it?
you're gonna have the same breakdowns at the end of the game. I went into the game, I told you that, you know, we gotta do a great job blocking them out. They had 15 offensive rebounds. They all rebounded us 41 to 24. When you look at the group,
And what do you do in this moment? We've just had a segment that's high energy, kinetic. There's a lot of volume to it. So it ends up being a loss. So what do you do after that segment? So we come out of that segment and it's just Coach Keats talking. There's no music underneath it. There's a little bit starting to fade in right now, but it's just really quiet. And so it's all of that contrast. It's all of that balance going from a high to a low. How do you, from an aesthetic standpoint, from a video editing standpoint, how do you do that? And the way I do that, I think is like, if I've got a segment that's super fast, super loud, I need it to go for a little bit. And then the next thing that's happening, I don't want to gradually come out of that because I think that's kind of not as interesting. I want a hard stop at it. So it helps with the commercial break that have a lot of energy, and then a commercial break and it stops everything. And then we come back out of it, it's low. Like we're just low energy because we want to pay attention to messages that are being told and not necessarily the visuals that are witnessing or what we are feeling from a combination of visuals and audio.
fight and say, we're gonna turn it 6 and just 7, and then 8, and then 9, and just say enough is enough. You're gonna be a very good basketball team when you stop beating yourself. If you wanna fight, then come in ready to fight. But don't come in with fake hustle because we've had enough of that. I've had enough of guys tell me what they want to hear.
No fake hustle. Or hearing that, I remember that, and I was like, man, that's a really good line, and also really good for the show. Because my whole deal was, I love making stuff with energy, but I don't want to make stuff with energy because it's like an in thing or it's a trend. I don't want to make anything without meaning. And so that line to me, I was like, yeah, that's kind of, he wasn't talking to me, but I heard that and I was like, yeah, like from an artistic standpoint, that's what I want to do is I want to make stuff that has energy and that has meaning.
People say family all the time, but
because that's important to me is things that have depth and things that are not shallow while at the same time being accessible and entertaining. Thank y'all so much for watching today. If you have any comments or questions about what you saw, please feel free to leave them in the comments section and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you enjoy these videos and you want to stay up to date on other directors' commentaries or other videos I do put out, go ahead and hit subscribe as well as ringing the bell so you get a notification every time I do make something new. And if you want to further support the stuff that I'm making, I would be so humbled if you considered becoming a patron. Becoming a patron comes with all kinds of cool perks, even outside of directors' commentaries. Yeah, but that's about it. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.